Tim Walz won the vice presidential debate, and part of that was because of the dishonesty of his opponent, JD Vance. But Vance wasn't the only one being dishonest with us regarding the debate. We've uncovered something that's a little bit shocking, and it's going to cause us to question who we can trust right now, and I don't mean the candidates. Hi, everyone. I'm Shauna Presley-Vircher, the political fixer. The two candidates squared off in the only vice presidential debate that it looks like we're going to get in this election cycle. I'm going to walk you through the moment that JD Vance lost this debate, how from a media strategy perspective, we know that Tim Walz won the debate. And then I'm going to share a discovery that we made that is going to cause you to question who you can trust in this election. Normally, I tell you to watch something in its entirety and make a decision for yourself how you feel about it with context, but I'm going to save you about 90 minutes of your life. Do not watch this hot pile of garbage. It's not just because it was boring or really steeped in policy and wonky discussions. That's not my problem with it. My issue with it is that JD Vance clearly took advantage of the fact that he was told that he would not be fact-checked by the CBS moderators. CNN's Daniel Dale did a thorough fact-checking of the debate, and he found 15, that's right, 15 substantial lies related to policy told by JD Vance in 90 minutes. That is one lie approximately every 6 minutes, and he only got to speak half of the time. Now, watching someone spew falsehoods so effortlessly without any flinching or any care in the world was not just unsettling. I mean, it really came across like a psychopath who's just calmly explaining to you why it's your fault they're about to hurt you. It made me feel gross, and frankly, I wanted to turn off the television and take a shower afterwards. Then something happened. Vance received a question that he didn't have a pretty doctored up answer to. He was asked simply, would he certify the election results in 2024? And he flat out refused to answer. Governor Walz pounced on the opportunity and asked him point blank, did Donald Trump lose the election in 2020? Senator Vance then gave the answer that is still echoing around the internet when he said, Tim, I'm focused on the future. It was the we have concepts of a plan line of the night, and it lost him the debate. Now, here's how I know that he lost and lost handily. First, the focus groups. Across multiple networks, the focus groups of undecided said with clear majority and sometimes unanimously that Walz won the election, that Vance lost the election, and that they would be supporting Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. And the reason they cited for this is because they said that Tim Walz was direct with his answers to the questions, whereas Vance refused to say if he would certify the election and that he lied a lot. Nearly every headline was some variation about his election denial. The Washington Post, ABC News, Huffington Post, BBC. Across the board, nearly every media outlet is reporting on the same story, which is very bad news for Vance and good news for the Harris-Walz campaign. Notice I said nearly every outlet. We're going to get to that in just a second. Now, we've got focus groups and we've got headlines, but I also like to look and see how something is received socially. I like to look at the trends, what the hashtags are, what are the memes and the jokes that are being shared, what are normal people saying about this. That helps me decide what the impact is of a major event, and it didn't disappoint. One of the top trending hashtags for the evening was liar, liar, Vance on fire. One of my favorite jokes of the day is a cop asking, do you know how fast you were going? And the response was, officer, I'm focused on the future. The rest of the world was mocking JD Vance's fumble at the goal line. The New York Times ran with an op-ed piece that had this headline: Vance's dominant debate performance shows why he is Trump's running mate, written by Ross Douthat. Sir, did you not see what we just saw? Did you not witness what just happened? Well, it turns out that actually, no, he didn't. Now, at first I thought this was just regular bias because some of his other headlines have included, and this is real, Donald Trump, man of destiny. But there's something more to it than this. Someone suggested that maybe he just filed his piece early before the debate ended because a lot of the fireworks happened in the last 20 minutes. So I decided to look a little bit deeper. I read the entire article top to bottom, and there was not one point in it. I want to be clear here. I'm not saying there were points that I disagreed with. There was literally not any substance in this entire article, not a quote, not a question that was asked, not an event, not any single fact from the debate in an article about the debate. And the metadata reveals why. When you look here, you can see this number right here at the top that shows that the piece was filed on September 25th of 2024, a week before the debate even happened. Let's give this guy the benefit of the doubt. Let's just say that he started his article a week ago and then decided to finish it up the night of the debate. He chose to include absolutely zero facts at all in the piece, and he had the completely wrong take. Well, guess what? That's not any better. That means that he bent reality to fit his predetermined narrative. That's not journalism. That's not even ethical. And it's absolutely the reason why so many of us are having trouble trusting legacy media right now. The vice presidential debate was a clear look at what we are up against. We know that there's going to be lies, that there's going to be gaslighting about what happened 4 years ago during the Trump administration. And we know that people have their own agendas, and apparently that extends to some specific people in the media. But the good news is that we also know that with the work that we're putting in right now and with the performance of the Harris-Walz campaign so far, there is a clear path to victory. And in just a few weeks, we can be done with all of this. In the meantime, I'm going to continue to put energy into bringing you insights and intel into this historic campaign. Please follow me at Political Fixer. I'm Shauna Presley Vircher, and I will see you all soon.